Listen, Jim Jones cannot stop running his mouth, and every single time he does, another lie comes crawling out from under the rug. We are watching this man twist Dipset history like it's a game of telephone, backtrack on beefs like he never said what we all heard. And the fans? They are absolutely done. The streets are exhausted. The receipts are stacked to the ceiling, and his credibility is literally dangling by the thinnest thread you have ever seen.
The rock star look. Who came up with that? You or Joel's?
The rock and roll look, that's my look. That's my look. Joel's is my little brother. I started the whole aesthetic. Wasn't nobody dressing like rock stars at all. Nowhere near the game. It wasn't thinking about it. I created that whole style and implemented it into the hip hop culture. You dig? But yeah, I set the torch up for the rock star rap look. I've always been dressing like a white boy since high school. I've been wearing motorcycle jackets and like that since high school. I got a different style than most.
And I know Wayne, he started dressing like that.
Yeah, we gave it to Wayne. He came to Dipset school, was with us for a whole summer. He was with Wells for a whole summer. And actually his whole...
Every single time Jim Jones opens his mouth, he is not just stepping in it. He is digging himself into a hole so deep, there is no ladder long enough to get him out. This is a man who was once considered solid in New York City hip-hop. Respected, trusted. But now, he is being called out left and right for contradicting himself so much that people cannot even keep up. He keeps changing the facts, rewriting Dipset history like he is the author of some alternate universe fanfiction. And the fans are fed up to the point where they are not even angry anymore. They are just disappointed. And the wildest part? Every interview he does to try and clean up his image, to set the record straight, to make himself look better, it backfires every single time. So Jim decided to hit the podcast circuit, right? And he starts going around claiming that he built Dipset from the ground up, from scratch, like he was out here laying bricks and pouring cement. He is out here acting like the entire movement, the fashion wave, the Harlem takeover, all of it was because of him and him alone. And you already know what happened next. The fans pulled up receipts so fast it would make your head spin, and those receipts proved otherwise. There are old clips, old interviews, old footage showing that Cameron was the one who gave Jim Jones his exposure, who funded the early Dipset moves, who put him in position to even be in the conversation. So when Jim said with his whole chest, "I created Dipset," the fans replied with the coldest, most factual response ever. You joined Dipset.
There's some comments about Nas that got a lot of people coming at you, man. But as a New York rapper, I want to ask you, do you feel like you get your respect?
Yeah, I definitely get my respect as a New York rapper. My name's Capo. Don't let the motherfucking internet fool you, my brother. You heard? I'm from New York.
And it is not just one lie. It is not just one slip-up. Jim Jones has spent years telling different versions of the same Dipset stories, and he keeps changing the details like he is playing a game of Mad Libs. He switches up what happened during the breakup, who did what during the fallouts, who was responsible for the success. And the problem is, the people who were actually there, the people who lived it, Cameron and Mase, they keep exposing him in real time. Mase went on, "It is what it is," and said it plain as day. Jim been lying on my name for years. And when Mase says that, when someone who was in the trenches with you calls you out like that, it is not just drama. It is the truth coming to light. Jim Jones cannot make up his mind about anything, and it shows. He gives completely conflicting statements about the LOX, about their Versus battle, saying one thing one month and then flipping it the next like we do not have the internet and the ability to rewind. He acts all friendly with Mase one moment, laughing it up, acting like it is all love, and then the next moment, he is throwing shade, like they are enemies. He cannot decide if he wants to be the victim or the villain, and because of that, the fans are not seeing him as solid anymore.
Going around right now asking if it's Nas or Jim Jones.
What's the question?
Nas or Jim Jones?
I'm a Harlem nigga. I will never ever disrespect Nas, first and foremost. Jimmy, that's the bro. That's Uncle Jomo, but first and foremost, he need to sit his ass.
Nas or Jim Jones?
Nas.
Nas or Jim Jones? Nas.
Nas or Jim Jones?
Nas.
All right. Nas or Jim Jones?
Is that a serious question?
Yes, it is.
Nas, bro. Jim Jones the clown.
Nas or Jim Jones?
Come on.
Is that a question?
Yo.
Is that a question?
Hey, yo.
Nas or Jim Jones?
Come
though.
on.
I ain't say who.
Yo.
Nas.
Nas for the culture.
All right. Nas or Jim Jones?
Said Nas or Jim Jones? Oh, Nas.
Nas or Jim Jones?
Oh, Nas. I ain't gonna lie. Jim Jones, though.
All right.
They are seeing him as insecure, unstable, and unreliable. Jim Jones's biggest downfall is not the lies. It is not even the contradictions. It is his ego. This man always has to control the narrative, always has to be the one in charge of the story. He brags about how he held Dipset together with his bare hands, and then in the same breath, he blames everybody else for when things fell apart. And when the fans point out the contradictions, when they show him the receipts, he gets defensive, he gets angry, he tries to twist it around. But here's the thing. The problem is not that people are twisting his words. The problem is that he cannot keep his own words straight. Mase and Cameron's show, It Is What It Is, has been absolutely exposing Jim's inconsistencies week after week, and it is brutal to watch. Mase said it best. Jim talked like he was the general, but we all know who really built the empire. And the internet absolutely exploded. Fans started pulling up old clips of Jim calling himself Capo, like he was running the entire crew, like he was the shot caller. And then, and this is where it gets even messier, he lied about not having beef with Jadakiss and Styles P. Everybody remembers him being pressed after Versus, talking about how Dipset did not lose, how they held their own, and Jadakiss mocked him for it, told him straight up, don't rewrite history. That is not just a diss, that is a warning.
Being honest, right, and you looking back at your career, where will you rank yourself among New York rappers? Top 10, top 15, top 20?
Where did I rank myself? I don't care about top 10 ranks. I care about the money. You heard? And you talking about all these artists that came in after me. I came in after them, Rav, you heard? And I started as a hype man. And right now I am the hype man, as you can see all over the internet. Big difference, you heard? I'm talking about present day and what we're doing right now. I ain't worried about what's going on in the past. I don't worry about what you used to do or what you used to do. What can you do right now? You heard? And if you're not in it, you're not in it. You dig? But I'm in it wholeheartedly. And I wrap circles around anybody who beg to differ. Tell them meet me in the booth. That's all we got to talk about. There ain't no shot at no one in particular person. But yeah, you know what's up. I'm from that era. Engagement era. You heard?
Now all of a sudden, Jim wants to act like it is all love with Mase, like everything is cool, like they are brothers, like there was never any tension. But the fans remember. We remember him calling Mase a fake pastor. We remember the money jokes, the disrespect, the shade. And now he is out here pretending like it was all just a big misunderstanding, like we imagined it, and nobody is buying it. The comments under his interviews are absolutely brutal. People are saying things like, he been lying so long he forgot what the truth even sounds like. And he really thinks he can gaslight the entire culture. And you know what? When your own audience stops believing you, when the people who used to ride for you are calling you out, it is over. There is no coming back from that. Jimjones could have been a Harlem legend with no questions asked. No asterisks, no doubts. He had the hustle, he had the energy, he had the longevity.
What would you say to the people that say when Dipset was at their peak and it mattered most, you wasn't a good rapper? It was all about Cam and Joel's. They was the best rappers in the group.
Who cares about that? What the f did you talk about? That's what I don't understand. That makes no sense. At Dipset peak, he wasn't where he at right now. Well, I'm where I'm at right now. I got better. You heard? Most people have been in this game as long as I've been in the game and not here anymore. At all. They way gone. They can't compete. Not on this level. At all. I can compete at the top level right now. Period. Against anybody. Especially from my era group. I spank they boots. I don't care who you put in the booth with me. And I got the money to back it. Right now, tonight. That's the difference. Don't play no games. Tell them bring 100 tonight. Whoever it is. They not gonna come, bro. They know I'm vicious. I'm not one to play with when it comes to doing music.
But his need for validation, his need to be seen as the mastermind, as the genius behind it all, that is what ruined his authenticity. He wanted so badly to be the one who built the empire that he forgot the people who were actually there are still alive, still talking, still setting the record straight. And Cam, Mase, Fat Joe, they keep reminding everyone who really built Dipset. And every time they do, Jim's story falls apart a little more. Mase and Cam clown Jimjones regularly on their show, and it is not even malicious at this point. It is just factual. The fans love it because it is true, because it is what we have all been thinking. Mase joked one time, said, Jim's like that dude who copies your homework but still manages to get the answers wrong. And that is the perfect way to describe it. Because every time Jim tries to insert himself into Dipset history, every time he tries to make himself the center of the story, it feels forced, it feels fake, it feels like he is trying to rewrite a book that has already been published. Jimjones is out here trying to act like he is still the face of Harlem rap, like he is the one carrying the torch. But the truth is, the young artists are not checking for him like that. A Boogie, Fivio Foreign, Dave East, they are the ones carrying Harlem now. They are the ones the culture is looking at. And Jim? He is starting to look out of touch, like he is desperately trying to keep up with a game that moved on without him. He keeps chasing viral moments, starting beefs that nobody asked for, doing controversial interviews just to get a reaction. And it is sad to watch because you can see the desperation.
I mean, and keep in mind that what I'm doing is for my era of music. You heard? It's a blessing that I'm still here and I'm still being able to be appreciated by the youth and the younger generation coming up. That's a super blessing right there. But when it comes to the people of my era, I want smoke. You dig? Whether they're active or inactive, I'm telling them, I want smoke. You heard? Don't care about no legendary status, none of that type of shit. None of that shit works on the street, bro. I want smoke in the booth. You heard? Who want that? Let's talk about that right now. Who want to meet me in the booth? You heard? You ain't even gotta come to the same studio. Let's be in the same building. You take A room, I take the B room. You heard? Just to make everybody feel comfortable. But I want smoke in the booth.
Jim came at Pusha T out of nowhere, calling him overrated, trying to start something, and the fans clowned him instantly. They reminded him real quick how Pusha T ended Drake's entire run with one diss track, how he is one of the most respected lyricists in the game, and it turned into another roast session at Jim's expense. People are saying he picks fights just to stay relevant, just to keep his name in people's mouths, and his brand has shifted. It used to be about loyalty, about being solid.
I mean, if we looking at the rappers from your era, it's not many left that's rapping at a high level.
Alright, well,
Jada, he's still here. He still got something left in the tank.
Jada,
Fab,
nice.
He's still spitting.
Fab is one of my favorite rappers of all time. He's absolutely dumb nice. Like on another level. Niggas really listen to Fab music, that nigga go crazy. Like that nigga is, from a New York standpoint, like that. Like you dig? So every place have their own music, you heard? I'm just coming from a New York standpoint, a tri-state area standpoint. We got our own thing and our own bop out here that we all appreciate and shit like that, you know what I mean? So we appreciate our New York rappers because there's a certain sound, it's just that.
Now it is about excuses, contradictions, and trying to stay in the conversation by any means necessary. Jimjones is losing the one thing that made him who he was in the first place, and that is the people's respect. He still wants to move like he is Harlem's capo, like he is the one running things, but nobody buys his stories anymore. Even when he tries to play peacemaker in Dipset situations, even when he tries to be the voice of reason, it fails, because nobody trusts him.
Feeling that, you know what I mean, that we get from certain rappers and things like that, and Fab is one of them, Jada is one of them, Fat Joe is one of them. Whenever Jay be jumping back out, he one of them. Like you dig, like. But some of these people lost their rhythm and they cadence. You dig, like they still stuck where they was at. You heard, and people be getting confused. Like you dig, I ain't even gonna get into it. But like I said, I want smoke. Only way to shut me up is to shut me up. Show me I'm bugging.
You think you can go bar for bar with Jada, Fab, or Jay-Z?
I go to bar with anyone. With anyone. You heard? There ain't no beating around the bush. I've been saying it, bro. I want smoke in the booth. You heard? That's the only way to settle this one. We all can put out dope freestyles. We all can put out dope music. I want smoke in the booth.
The online reactions show fans calling out his lies in real time, fact-checking him as he speaks. His interviews have become memes. He has become the punchline. Jimjones could have been a respected elder statesman in hip-hop. He could have been the one the young guys look up to, the one giving wisdom, the one who made it out and stayed solid, but instead, he doubled down on his ego. He doubled down on rewriting history, on trying to make himself bigger than he was. And Cam even shaded him, said it perfectly. Some people been lying so long they think it's the truth. And Mase added, that's capo behavior. That clip went viral immediately. Another L for Jimjones. Another moment where he got exposed. At the end of the day, this is not even about beef anymore.
Meet me there. You heard? Like the Thriller in Manila. Let's sell it that way. You see how Beasley and Baby Bro just did the one-on-one? You heard? See how Beasley and Lance did? That's what I want. You heard? I want the one-up. I want smoke. I don't care about rankings, bro. I want smoke. I want smoke and I want money. You heard? A ranking never gave me $1 at all. When a ranking come with a check, then I'll be pressed about the ranking. But none of that should come with a check.
This is about legacy. This is about how you will be remembered when it is all said and done. And you cannot fake realness. Harlem remembers everything. The fans remember everything. And they are done with the lies, the backpedaling, the contradictions, the fake tough talk. Jim Jones built his name on loyalty, but he lost it all to pride. And here is the hard truth about hip-hop. You can rebuild your career. You can come back from a flop album. You can recover from a bad interview, but once your credibility is gone, once people stop believing a word that comes out of your mouth, it is game over. There is no coming back from that.